Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you how we made this super cute bleach spray sweatshirt. We bought both this sweatshirt, this exact one, and the letters that we use that we ironed onto this sweatshirt. We bought both of those on Amazon, so I'm going to link to those below. And this sweatshirt was really easy to make. I think it took us about 6 or 7 minutes to spray the bleach on, and I don't know, maybe another 4 or 5 minutes to iron the letters on. So it was a super easy project, and I'm going to show you just how we made it. We used a solution of half water and half bleach, and so we just poured that into a water bottle. And that's what we use for our sprayer. Now what you'll notice when we're doing our video is we change sprayers because we didn't like the way this one was spraying. One thing I just want to note, it is a good idea to write whatever combination you're using on your bottle if you're planning just to keep it around to do other projects, just so you won't ever get confused about what's in the bottle. All right, so the first thing that we did is we covered something sturdy to stick in between the shirt. Now, what works great for this is an Amazon box. We've done that before. Today, though, I've just got the sturdy clipboard type thing, and we covered that with a trash bag. I do that just because I use this clipboard for a lot of things around the house, and I really don't want to get bleach on it. So, but I do like the size, so we use it for shirts. And we just put that garbage bag on top of it, and then just pull that shirt down onto the cardboard box or clipboard or whatever you're using in between your shirt. You could even put like a towel or a rag. The idea is you just don't want the bleach to seep through to the backside. Even though you're going to be spraying the backside, you want to control the pattern, and it's better if you're able to spray it versus something just kind of seeping through. Hopefully you wouldn't have that much seeping through since we're just doing a spray. So basically you just get your sweatshirt all laid out. Now we should have set up a table. We talked about doing this, and I don't know, I guess you could say maybe we were being a little bit lazy, and we did regret it. It is a lot of bending over if you're spraying, and you're probably going to be pretty particular about your spots and your spray. So if you do have a little card table or something like that that you can use, I think your back would probably thank you for that, and it's just a lot easier to see what you're doing. Now, a lot of people use multiple sprayers, right? Because some of the sprays are more of a mist, and so you have a lot of really tiny droplets of bleach, going onto your material. And then others are more thicker, maybe you might call it thicker droplets. My daughter wanted the more thicker droplets, so I tried to get in close so you could see she wasn't actually spraying so much as she was trying to kind of squeeze and drip some of that bleach on here. Now, I've done different things before. I've used like paint brushes, and you would only want to do this for like a paintbrush maybe that you're going to use for bleach projects. And then you can kind of shake it to splatter. You just want bigger droplets of bleach, or I should say she wanted bigger droplets of bleach. We've done many of these. I should have grabbed another one to show you what I mean if you just really want the mist. And I love that, more of that mist spray with lots of little droplets. That was not the look she was going for with this sweatshirt. She knew exactly what she was wanting to do, and it was more of these kind of, I don't know if I would call it like blotchy pieces, droplets of the bleach. Now, the other thing you'll notice first, if you're using dark colors, you really notice a big difference. And she knew that going into it. She knew she was picking a light color, and that you don't have as dramatic of a bleach spot when you're putting the spray bleach onto light colors. But she really wanted that. She wanted to have more of that kind of light white kind of fade out with the bleach, and that's exactly what she got. Now, sometimes it takes a few minutes to start to see your spots, so don't rush too much. Like, give it time so you can kind of see what's happening to your sweatshirt, and then that way you can come back in. It's always easy to come back and do a little bit more, or see if there's spots where you want to change the way it looks a little bit. So in some places she'd come back and add some mist because they were too big blotchy, and other cases she would, it was very misty and she'd want some bigger blotches. So it's really all about just kind of working your way around the sweatshirt and then looking at it, making sure you feel like your splotches are splotches, your whatever you would call them, they are kind of bleach spotches, are kind of evenly distributed around the shirt. And then she flipped hers over. She wanted to do the back side of her sweatshirt too. And so it's really, as you're getting done, it's kind of about getting into those edges and really making sure you don't have missing spots. A lot of times the hood is kind of hard to get and around the edges and side hems. So just really you want to make sure you get that all over. If you're finding anything helpful today, I hope you take just a second and give me that thumbs up and let me know that you're finding the information helpful. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you do like DIY videos, think about subscribing. If you've been here before, welcome back. Okay, so when we're finished, we pulled the sweatshirt off. We let it dry for about an hour. And then once it was fully dried, then we threw it in the wash machine and we washed it and we dried it. So now what you're seeing here is after it's been washed and dried. So first we let the bleach dry. We did not rinse ours. Then we washed and dried it in through a full cycle. And now it's time for us to put our iron-on letters. She wanted to do her sorority letters on this, so we did buy these letters from Amazon. And they're just really easy. You get one alphabet. We got kind of lucky because the 4 letters we need didn't duplicate. That's the only thing. You only get one of each letter. So if you have a word that you need that has more than one, the particular kit that I'm linking to below, it either doesn't work for you or you need to order 2 of them or however many letters you need. So we just then position the letters out on her shirt. I usually like to put anything that I'm putting on shirts about 3 inches, kind of from the neckline, 2 to 3 inches down. And so that's what she's doing here, is kind of getting those situated. We're using our Cricut Easy Press to press our iron-on letters today. So I don't know if you can tell, like there's a little raised area under those letters. We have our Cricut Easy Press mat under there. If you don't have that, you can put a towel under there. It's perfect. That works great as well. I just like my Easy Press mat. I think it works really well. And then we put a piece of parchment paper on top of the sweatshirt, and then we put the Easy Press on top of that. And we pressed our iron on for about 45 or 50 seconds. I'm trying to remember. I think I had it on like a 340 degree temperature. We didn't put a lot of pressure on it because we felt like with the parchment paper that heat would go pretty well. We did want to be careful though that we didn't cause any damage or anything by going too long with the heat on the sweatshirt. Then once we got the sweatshirt finished ironing on the front side, we then turned the sweatshirt inside out. And we're doing this just so that we can get a nice heat press from the back side. This just really helps you get a nice press on your iron-on. Right now you see us sticking in that Cricut Easy Press mat underneath the letters. It's pretty easy to see where those letters are. And then we put a piece of parchment paper back on top of those letters again. Probably not so necessary here when we're doing it from the back side. And then we turn on that Easy Press again. This isn't really any different than what you would do if you were ironing on heat transfer vinyl. Once you do the front, you always turn it to the back and press it again. Just a really nice, get a really nice application. And that's it. It's really a super easy project. Took us less than 15 minutes of work pulling the whole thing together, but it is just a darling, darling sweatshirt. Again, I'll link up to the Amazon sweatshirt that we bought in this video and the letters, just so if you're interested in those, they'll be linked below. And again, if you found anything helpful, please do the thumbs up and think about subscribing if you want to see more of my DIY videos. Thanks so much for watching, everybody.